Tua came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have to...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Thinking about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Ryan on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something, until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Terrell McClain able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. On third and goal, Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. They'll roll him out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now.
The give is to Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. A give to Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's a give to Bell running left. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, there you go. You said someone was going to have to step up, force a turnover. That's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, now they need to capitalize, get this back to a one-score game. From there, anything can happen.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 34. After the interception, here's Ryan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan looking downfield for... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
They'll run it with Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. Here's Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Here's Ryan. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Ryan. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Throwing now is Ryan. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Ryan now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Ryan to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we